I'ma show 'em how it's done. I like cash money, yeah, baby, I'm a stunner. I'm a boss, I can do what I wanna. Your last was do what it.
Later tonight in November, snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. A first down throw. Here's Franks. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Franks looking to throw. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
Right? Back to football. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. Nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Franks now. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger...
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Able to slither by. Oh, he's got a little down. He's at the 30. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. 57 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ross. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. 34-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. First and 10 at the 46-yard line. Setting up play action. Franks. Hold in here, Caldwell. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On first down, here's Franks. And that's caught by his tight end, Dalton Keene. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Hands it off out of the gun. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3, and it'll be 2nd down.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And with a 3rd and 14, we have 6 defensive backs out there now defensively.
Here we go. Here we go. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Defense wins championship.
It's Franks now from the shotgun. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say, if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. To throw, it's Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. That's Wilson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run right here with Swift. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Second and 11 now. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Second down and 7. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And Thomas has it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Tyree Gillespie, the one to get him down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them. I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Here's Swift. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll run with Swift. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3.
Vikings 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Franks now to throw on 1st down. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Franks. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time. Wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On play action, Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Rodgers. Caught. It's Wilson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. That's pulled in at the 32. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out, and now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision.
And receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Azeez Ojulari able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. Working out of the gun, Franks. Well, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll run on first down. Archer. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He'll get this off to Swift. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On play action, now Rodgers rolling to his right. Got a man here, it's Wilson. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is now 17-3.
Vikings 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they... And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Azeez Ojulari able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
What we got?
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check, 45 to Mike. Here we go. 45, Mike, 45. Out, get him.
Franks. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Mike 54.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Now a play fake. Rodgers sliding out of the pocket. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers going to look deep for Wilson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 11. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Franks. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. makes the score Lions 24, Vikings 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The ball comes out, and this is scooped up by the Lions. So a tug on the face mask, and that's going to cost him 15 yards.
And sometimes it'll go unnoticed, but that one, pretty obvious for everyone to see.
A first down throw. Here's Franks. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Let's go, D. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch his flat. Watch twist. Watch you. Motion me out.
On 1st and 10, Franks. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Hey. Mike 54. I got it. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Franks looking to throw.
That is caught inside the 5.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
SOS. 45's the mic.
Franks now.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Vikings 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard Here's a handoff to Swift. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Devin White drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. Flush to his right. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Rodgers looking to throw. Eluding, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Aaron Donald, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers uncorks one for Davis. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Tyree Gillespie. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Franks. And that one complete to Keene, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for their first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st down, here's Franks. Got this complete to Racey McMath. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. 2nd and 4. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with the clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
They'll look to throw again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. So this one's over. It's a win